Ooh. I forgot to switch those lands back. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's the value I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. It's the Gainswalker. Got another draft for you. This one's Chromatic Cube. They brought it back. I really love this event. This one was really fun. I know Outlaws Thunder Junction, great set, but it'd be a good break and do a Chromatic Cube draft. Can't keep the cards. It's a fandom draft, but it's really fun. If you haven't done one of these, definitely check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to it. Alright, first pack. We've got a lot going on in here. A lot of times these packs, it's just going to be overwhelming, the amount of text. So it's kind of hard to like rattle off which one's really awesome, but hopefully you can keep up with me here. Chandra, obviously that's a really good one. Sun Titan seems pretty strong. Allrun's Epiphany, you're going to see the Power 9 in the Chromatic Cube Draft, so you could draft that way. There's all kinds of ramp, put creature down kind of stuff. They've got the good ramp cards like Cultivate you see right here. Shatterskull Smashing isn't alright. I mean, it's a land that also is something else, so just the value in that alone with those the Zendikar block set, just insane. Elite Spellbinder is good, so immediately I'm looking at Chandra, I'm looking at Elite Spellbinder. Chandra's my favorite Planeswalker, so there's no reason I'm not going to pick that. But just going through the pack, that's generally what you're going to see is just a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. There's definitely going to be mana fixing. You can see you got many dually lands, so do not be afraid to make a 5-color if you feel it.
Time to light up the darkness.
Time to light up the darkness. Alright, Intrepid Adversary. This is a great card. Definitely going to pull that too. And I'm a fan of Boros, so it goes together. But Zealous Conscripts actually might be better. It might be better. Realistically, it probably is the better pick. Zealous Conscripts, 5-drop, 3/3 haste, ETB, gain control of target permanent until end of turn. That's a really good one, especially because people are going to put out some crazy drops. See, we got Liliana the Veil here. It's a great card. I just never really play Liliana. That's just not how I normally don't play the discard, sack creature kind of stuff. Though lately I do have a standard deck that does some discarding. Alright, let's see. Honestly, I'm going to pull Adversary just to have it. I like it. Plus, you never know, there might be like a tokens thing. Ooh, Brainstorm? Draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. We could make an America deck. We could. Plarg, Dean of Chaos. Discard, then draw. That's so bad. 5, tap, reveal cards from the top until you reveal a non-legendary CMC 3 or less cast without paying its mana cost. And then flip it, it's an Anthem whenever you attack each creature. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, Luris, the Dream Den, I almost missed it. This is a great card. Lets you play stuff from your graveyard. It's cool in that aspect. I don't know if I should try to do the America thing, because that helps a lot. I don't know. But I really like Luris, the Dream Den. I had a deck that used that a lot when I first started playing on Arena, so that's why I pulled him. Alright, Dragon Master Outcast is good. Voice of Resurgence. Just, you see these cards? These are like famous cards. Galta, really like Galta. Naya, I don't know. What is this? Alchemy card. 7-drop, 4/7, ETB, conjure a card from her spell book. Okay, so I don't know what those are. Looking at your end step, you gain life. This turn, create a XX white avatar creature token where X is the amount of life you gain. So if I could try to find some way to gain a good amount of life, that could be amazing. Let's keep I don't actually touch the Spirit Realm. So good. Let's grab the 4/7. Why not? At this point, just gonna go for like heavy creature here. Angel of Invention. This is a 5/2/1 flying vigilance lifelink. Fabricate 2. Other creatures get +1/+1. ETB, put 2+1/+1 counters on it, or create 2/1/1 servos. Alright, so that helps with creating a bigger board state. Like I talked about, the tokens would get benefit from adversary. This creates tokens. It also works with life gain. I've got a little life gain already. That's more life gain and more tokens, so that makes sense. And what is Ephemerate here? Exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its own. So you blink, and then it blinks again. If you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you can cast it. So you'd have to blink them again on your upkeep. That's kind of neat. Leyline Binding, Hangerback Walker. This one was very popular when that came out. I think that's Origins. MTG Origins set there. I don't know. ETB create X +1/+1 counters, and then it creates 1/1s equal to how strong it was. So that could be useful as far as board state. But we've also got Planeswalker here, create monks. Okay, with prowess. That's helpful. Target creature an opponent controls whenever you attack deals damage equal to the number of attacking creatures. Okay. Copy spells twice. I still think Hangerback Walker is probably better. Just because it's board state presence. And that if that's the strategy I'm going for. Alright, this says non-Archon creatures you control have base power toughness 3/3. ETB create 2/1/1s. I could use it, technically. Fabled Passage, good one. Rip Apart. 3 damage, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I'm gonna go with the creatures. At this point, it's better to have like a strong creature list and not need it. Let's go with the Sacred Foundry. Enters battlefield tapped unless you pay 2 life. It's so good. Okay. Twinning Twins, awesome. There's just almost every card has a very strong value. Like, this is why Chromatic Cube is great. It's because you don't have to worry about like, oh, there was really only one good one in that pack. This is like, there's five legendaries and mythics in this one. What do you want? Might pull the land, might pull the Titan. May return target permanent card, CMC 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm sure there could be a use for that. Let's pull the Titan. Buried Treasure, maybe? Sack it, add 1 mana, okay. Exile Buried Treasure from your graveyard, discover 5. Discover 5. I kinda like that. 4/4/4/4, Flying Trample, whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. Aha! That could be so good. Honestly, I clicked it a second late, but it's alright. That mechanic is not good. Alright, treasure map. Put a... Scry 1, put a counter on it, then if there's 3, sack it, create 3 treasure tokens. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to go treasure map on that. Is that Perforos' intervention? Oh, nice. Create X1, create an X/1 red elemental creature token with trample haste, sack it at the next end step, or deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. 4-drop, warrior deals combat damage to a planeswalker, discard cards. Oh, and you don't lose the mana as steps and phases end? Nice. How about some Electrolyze? Alright, lots of stuff there. A couple stuff at the end that I just can't use. That's fine. Get that out of the way. Next, we've got Welcoming Vampire. A little bit of draw. Revolves around lower creature bases, which is okay. but in this setting, you're gonna get the creatures. You're gonna get the crazy stuff. So let's see what we can use. Players can activate planeswalkers. Okay, if I don't use Chandra, that could be good. Beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card. That's awesome. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and creatures get buffed. Okay, that is just all around good. Pretty solid. Crag Crown pathway is pretty strong too. Those flip lands, they're not dualies, but they really help whether or not you keep your opening hand, which is a very important thing to note when you're playing. It's like, how often do you pitch your opening hand when you build a deck? Elspeth Conquers Death. This can fetch for Planeswalker from a graveyard. And O-ring something when it enters the battlefield. Okay, Key to the Archive. What is this? 4-drop, ETB tapped. Enters the battlefield, draft a card from Key to the Archive spellbook, then discard a card. Add 2 mana of any combo. If this was cast from your hand, cast another spell, and then approach the sun, blah, blah. 7th from the top. Alright, so you basically keep playing it. You play it to put it 7th from the top, and then after you've played it once, and you draw it, then you win, and they don't win. A lot of weird stuff with alchemy. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with it. I'm gonna do burn down the house, because that's like a board wipe kind of thing. It's not great, but it's something. Captain Lanry Storm. Haste. Create a treasure token. When you sack a treasure token, it gets a little better. That's not the one I thought it was. Alright, Cityscape Leveler. Sundown Pass. All of those are amazing. They got Ral here. This is pack 2. What is going on? It's not the awesome Ral, but Ral's generally pretty good. Okay, so copy instant or sorcery spell. I just don't like doing that in drafts because like you don't really get a whole bunch of that. Heartflame Duelist, instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. I kind of like that. Maybe we go that way. First, let's grab the leveler, though. We know we can use that. It's a good late game push. Oh my. Oh. We got Winota and Starnheim. So Winota is great. Whenever one or more non-human creatures you control attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library, put a human creature card from among them on the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Gains indestructible, blah, blah, blah. So it just... It's gonna be... Hold on, let's see. We've got a cat, zombie, minotaur, angel, archon, giant, lots of different stuff. So Winota seems to be the obvious pick, but Starnheim is so good. Making those 4/4s. I'm gonna have to do Winota. Because that's the move. It's so good. You could play, turn 3, I could play Luris. Turn 4, I could play Winota. Alright, Narset. Good. Everything gets prowess. I like it. I've played it before. It's fun. And she doesn't have to hit. She just have to attack. So as long as you attack with her, you can take something from that graveyard and play it without paying its mana cost. And in a situation like this, that's amazing. Okay, create tokens, create more of them. This has... Sphinx's Revelation as an ability, which is pretty strong. Oh, man. I kind of want to go Narset. Oh, Calamity. Of course we need to pick Calamity here. I don't know if you've used this card yet, but this card is nuts. This card, and Terror of the Peaks is like a win right there. So a lot of people are doing Gruul, where they play the Trojan Horse card or whatever. It's basically 6 mana, and they're going to play this and something else. This has haste, it sends it across right away. You put Terror of the Peaks and Calamity down at the same time. Good luck, man. I think it's just over 20 damage, just from swinging. What is this? Snowborn Simulacra. Conjure a duplicate of X target non-token permanents in your hand. Those cards perpetually gain mana of any type can be spent to cast it. If X is 5 or more, you may put one of them from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, I don't know what that really is. I've never seen that before, but I like it. So I will take that. Alright, White Sun's Twilight. What is it? Everything gets destroyed and create 1/1 mites. That can win a game. Easy. Just one of those late game. So that's the pick. Realm Scorcher Hellkite is really close second though. Flying Haste. 1 damage to any target. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the dragon. Even though the Twilight does make more sense. What is this? Where's my CMC? 4.3. Woof. Alright, I am just gonna pick the dually land just in case I go American. You don't know. We're only on pack 2, if you can believe it. 3-drop, ramp. I guess that helps. I don't know. The CMC is pretty steep, so. Alright, Heartflame Duelist might actually be good. Yeah, I think I should pull that. Oh, actually, now I think about it, Ral would have been good. Okay. One with the multiverse. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Play lands, cast spells from the top. Once during each of your turns, you may. I'll go with the land. Honestly. What does this guy do? ETB, exile up to 1 target creature its controller seeks. Put a random creature card from your library into your hand? What? Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. Just a bunch. Angel of Sanctions. 5-drop, 3/4. ETB, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Angel of Sanction leaves the battlefield. Alright, so it's O-ring, basically. 5-drop, 3/4. With Embalm, you may play from the graveyard with Embalm. Create a token that's a copy, except it's white, has no mana. Zombie, and it just stays there. Okay, that's kind of neat. So it's like an O-ring and then an O-ring for later. What else we got in here? Territory Forge, Pelagi, Antiquarian, 3/3 haste, conjure duplicate of this whole alchemy stuff. That's the part where you lose me. I'm like, I don't. A lot of these combinations, I'm gonna be like lost on. Clever Impersonator, 4-drop, copy of non-land permanent. Okay. Magmatic Channeler. I do remember this card. This card is one of the ones I first used on Arena. 3 or more. If there are 4 or more instant sorcery cards in your graveyard, it gets +3/+1. Discard a card. Exile the top 2. Choose 1. Play that card this turn. Just kind of like fetching for lands at that point. I'm gonna pull it just because I like it. I do like that everything is basically rare or mythic rare, and then occasionally you'll get a common, uncommon. Okay. Archangel Elspeth creates tokens. I like it. I need that. 6/6 for 6. Flying trample. Combat damage to a player. You may collect evidence X when you do, deals that much damage to each. Ooh, that's so good. I don't know if it's better than Archangel Elspeth. Looks like I've got more double white than double red. Well, let's see what it tells me. It's like, which one does it think it wants me to grab? It's gonna be one of those. Oh, it says the dragon. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it. Tajik. 4-drop, 1/1, indestructible haste. Beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then conjure a card with mana value equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Okay. Against haste. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to. I don't know what his spell book is. But if you're going to give me a free card and cast it each turn and make this stronger, and it's indestructible, and it has haste, then I have no choice. Frost Titan, Eternal Wanderer, Showdown of the Scalds, exile top 4 cards library until the end of your next turn. I play those, okay. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 on a creature you control. Those are so good. Oh, I kind of want Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, mana fixing's important, and I still could make it a 3-color. Sublime Epiphany. Counter target spell, activate or triggered ability, bounce something, create a token as a copy of target creature, or target player draws 1 card for 6. I mean, you could choose a lot, but what else are you doing? Let's go for the mana fixing. Another Narset. First strike, hexproof. Whenever this attacks, exile top 4 cards of your library until end of turn. You may cast non-creature spells from among those without paying their mana costs. Oh. We gotta pull the other Narset. An Elish Norn. Oh, the original one? Oh. Niv-Mizzet, though, also good. Let's see which one you pick. That one? Nah. Since I'm doing the board state, create a bunch of tokens, that's why I went with Elish Norn. But Niv-Mizzet also strong. Just the draw ping damage, crazy good. 1/1 for 1 menace. Exile top cards for X. Alright, so it gets bigger, you can sack it and play more stuff. Got it. 22 creatures, I could use some more. Draw a card, then exile a card you own from your hand face down. You may look at it, blah blah blah. Exile another, you can cast it, cool. ETB. I went with the Azurius one, the only one that I could put. Cloud Blazer. Enters battlefield, gain 2 life, draw 2 cards for 5, and it's a 2/2. I mean, that's not bad. This thing makes dragon spells cost less each time it's in your hand.
Let the dragon's roar shake your soul.
Oh, and 3 steps ahead. How did I miss that? I don't recall seeing that the first time around. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, each turn copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. I don't have, like, deal damage, deal a bunch of damage. Let's go with the Frost Titan. I can't play any of these. Genesis Ultimatum, baby. Escape to the wilds. Alright. That's not that bad. A nice Boros deck that quickly turned into an America deck. So, may use Electrolyze, I don't know. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of all of these instant and sorceries. And artifacts. You know. Anything that's not a creature. I think that's about 8. Whew. There we go. 24 creatures. Alright, so I'm gonna need to lose some creatures here. Curve is probably ridiculous. 4.5. My goodness. That is just... Alright. So we're creating a little bit of a board state to use Adversary. Tajek's getting bigger, playing more stuff. This Narset gives everything else prowess. That helps the whole create a bunch of token stuff. This also does, I can create 1/1s. Angel kind of O-ring thing. I don't necessarily need this 5-drop 2/2. Frost Titan becomes target of a spell or ability and opponent controls counter the spell or ability unless they pay 2. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, tap down something. Well, I don't need the double blue. In all honesty, the double blue is slowing me down. And I could take it a step further and be like, do I really need Narset? If that's how I wanted to proceed, which, you know, it could. This says 3-drop 2/2 ETB. Exile up to 1 target creature its controller seeks. It says to seek a card, put 1 at random from your library into your hand. It's a little weird. But you're guaranteed to get a creature card. I don't know how I feel about that. If I were to get rid of that, let's just get rid of that real quick. Narset, Enlighten, Exile. 4-drop 3/4. Creatures get prowess. That's awesome. Whenever it attacks, exile non-creature, non-land card for mana value less than its power, blah, 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 and copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. So I do need to pump up Narset somehow. I don't have equipment. Alright, so maybe Narset shouldn't be in it. Alright, the last Narset is a 6-drop 3/2 first strike hexproof. Whenever it attacks, exile top 4. You may cast a non-creature spell. So what is the highest, like what is the most expensive non-creature spell I could play from that? Well, it would be Genesis Ultimatum, but I'm not going to play that. You know what I mean? So that just ain't happening. Now, 3 steps ahead is awesome. Into the Royal, bounce and draw if it was kicked. That's great. What is it? Sarkhan, Wanderer to Shiv. Dragon cards in your hand perpetually gain. This spell costs 1 less, and you may pay X rather than pay this spell's mana cost, where X is its mana value. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Conjure card named Shivan Dragon. Just an old school 5/5 right there. And -2 deals 3 damage to target creature. Ah, that's interesting. There's no instant or sorcery where I'm like, I would want to copy that a bunch, unless it was like 3 steps ahead, and you could copy that with Chandra. But if I'm not playing Narset, why would I play that? And this is the fun part of building a deck, where you're just like all over the place. Alright, so if I got rid of that, I would need to get rid of 2 more. So far, it's not bad. Probably would get rid of the Channeler. It's 2-drop 1/3, but I'm probably not going to have the instant and sorcery buff. And discarding a card works when you've got a strategy with it, but just doing it for that is not necessarily good. Do I have one more? Oh man. Elish, alright, so that's a 1-of. This is a legendary. This is not. So I could do Calamity on Cityscape and just like keep sending stuff across. That's nuts. Alright, I want to streamline that process. So 2 colors for sure. Alright, let's take a look at these non-creature spells. Right now I want to get rid of 1 more creature, ideally. But let's take a look. Immortal Sun, 6-drop. Players can't activate Planeswalker's loyalty abilities. I don't think I'm using any. So that's cool, but the most important part is I get to draw another card. And my creatures get a buff. I feel like that should be in there. So that's 1. Treasure map, get more treasure tokens. Discover 5. So it's 2 to tap, add 1 mana of any color, but you have to sack it. And then it's for 5 later, you can discover 5, which is kind of good. It's just weird. Alright, well, I definitely have dragons, so this guy's in. That's 2. Perforos's Intervention. Create an X1 red elemental, trample, haste, sack it, or twice X damage to creature or planeswalker. Well, let's get that. Oh man. Well, I guess at this point, I might as well just throw them all in. Because now Chandra's just a little bit of burn damage. Some ramp, I suppose. It's just all Boros. Could I fit anything else in? What is this guy? Cultivator's Caravan. 3 tap, add 1 mana of any color, so it is ramp. Crew 3. Honestly, it might be worth putting it in. Alright, what is 1 creature I could take out? Lifelink, it's staying. It's going to be an interesting deck. I don't know if I need the Rotisserie Elemental. I don't know. 1 drop, 1/1 menace. That's pretty solid. Deals combat damage to a player, put a skewer counter on it. You may sack it if you do exile top X cards. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't have much else. I mean, I have the Medic Chandler I could do, but I just pulled that out. Let's pull out that. Let's put in the 3 drop because I know this is going to be a heavy matchup. Like 4.6 is way more than I normally do, but I just know people are going to put out some heavy creatures in these matchups because the creatures that we're flying by in the packs. So that's going to do it for the build. I'm just going to roll into it, though, with this one. Alright, this one is definitely keep. Turn 3, I can Caravan 2 Winota. Definitely keep. Turn 2, Adversary. Turn 3, Caravan. Turn 4, Winota. And then hopefully with Winota out, I can, what is it? Crew 3, sweet. Adversary can crew the Caravan. Alright. No attacks. Okay, what do we got here? 3 drop, 2/3. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, its controller may draw a card. Its power is greater than each other creature's power. So if you play the top dog, you draw a card, alright? For a forest, tap at X mana any combo where X is the greatest power among creatures. Alright, so that could be a problem. Alright. Moving along. So I could play Winota here. Could play Angel of Invention. Ooh, tough call. This is what I'm gonna do. Winota. Wait a minute. Whenever another creature enters battlefield, its controller may draw a card if its power is greater than... Oh, so that helps me too? Yes, please. Draw. Thanks. Nice. Let me go ahead and through. And now I'll swing with a 5/5 that's gonna give me... I don't know. Let's see, what is it? You may put a human... Oh, do I even have any? I don't even think I do. Look at the top 6. I probably don't. I don't think I recall any of them. But hey, the option is there. Plus, it's better to send the 5/5 than the 3/1 lifeline. They've got enough ramp going on. It looks like that could be 1. So that's 2. So 5 total mana right now. If they play a land 6. Getting spicy. This taps for 1, right? Sweet. So I could play a 6-drop. If I pay 2 life. I could play the 6/6 Titan. May return target permanent card with 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so I may want to hold on to Sun Titan then. Exile target non-land? No. Ooh, monster. Okay. Let's do this. Not a whole lot going on right there, but I mean, it works. Use the tokens to crew the caravan and just get that damage across. Invention gives the anthem the +1/+1, so that helps it, makes it a 6/6 instead of a 5/5. And that's pretty much it. At this point, my opponent's got to outplay a lot or remove a bunch, and I just don't see that happening. Primeval Titan. Great card. They're gonna fetch for 2 lands, and then you put them onto the battlefield tapped. I think, yeah, tapped. Also happens when he attacks, so you just get rid of all of your lands. I don't know why it's targeting Invention though. That part I don't recall. Let's see what is going on. Exile, what now? When this permanent enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until the permanent leaves the battlefield. But why is it doing that? Oh. Pull of the Mist Moon leaves the battlefield. When Pull of the Mist Moon enters, it was kicked. Choose a non-land permanent. So they made Primeval Titan an O-Ring. Amazing. I can do 5 damage to each thing, but I can't do that. Okay, this says create 3/1/1s. This creature dies, deals 1 damage to any target. Okay. Use the 3/1 to tap to make the 5/5 swing. So I could swing with the 5/5, you have to block the 5/5. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/1s. But I think that's just enough. Let's do that. We'll create the 1/1s. I think that's enough. I know I'm not going to be able to draw a card. Stupid mechanic. Alright, here we go. Crew 3. And I'm just going to send that across. As I'm pretty sure no matter how you block that, that should be fine. Ooh. Whoop. I forgot to switch those lands back. That's what I'm talking about. I built the lands for a 3-color deck. I'm still gonna play it. I don't know why. I'm still gonna play it. Actually, hold on. Lurse is good. A little bit of burn. I don't know. Nah, Mull. Keep 6. Honestly, pitch of planes. Fuck it. This hand is meh. Alright, get out there. 3-1. Working on that life gain. Charming Prince. 2/2 for 2. Make a 1/1. It could be a 1/1 and make a 1/1 Thopter. But it is 1 tap, put a 1/1 on it, so you know. That part's not that fun. No attacks. Well, I could, but it's better to have it as a blocker. Might be able to squeeze 1 or 2 more turns back and forth on the rotation. What are you gonna do? Spirited Companion, great card. Draw. Nice. I have a very steep curve here, and that is different. No attacks. I've also got like no ramp. Got 2 cards, I think. So we'll see. Having a steep enough curve though means that I probably will see the cards that I need to ramp though. Which is not necessarily a good thing, but you know. Let's make it bigger. Oh, Calamity. Oh, that's so good. Alright, no attacks. Just gonna keep growing Hangerback Walker, baby. Don't do. Oh! Weak. Well, I can't do anything else with it, so I might as well. Ooh. It doesn't die, so I don't even get the 1/1s. No! No! What is this? 1 or more tokens would be created under your control. Twice that many tokens are instead. For basically 1, sacrifice 2 other artifacts. Creatures put indestructible counters. I need mana. What is this? What is this? No attacks. Just gonna sit tight. Just keep sitting tight. Oh, that's a wrap. Worm Coil Engine. Ooh. I could chop the 4/4. Either way, I want to gain 3, and getting hit for 2 over time as opposed to 3 is better. But if I wait and block Worm Quill with it, technically I save and block more. So no blocks. And I have a feeling that he's going to swing out next time. Oh, alright, that's going to do it. Let's see. No attacks. Alright, so even if I get a land, I have no 5 drops. That's so heavy. Like, I hate seeing hands like this. This is why mana curve is so important. The difference between a 3 average CMC and a 4 is crazy. This is where I blocked 6/6 like I told you about. I gained 3, so I ended up at 9, but it's better. It's better than if I had blocked the 2 before and just eating it. Ugh. Oh, Taj! 1/1 indestructible haste. Too bad it doesn't have vigilance, so I can't swing with it. What is this? Must attack if able. Alright, well. Get in there, Boros recruit. Ornithopter of Paradise. That looks cool. Come on, mountain. Alright, I'll take 6. Oh. Take 4. A little weird, but okay. Indestructible. Ooh, what's up? Alright, we got all land. Still can't play anything. And I can play a 2-drop spell. Haste, double strike, vigilance, trample. Ooh. Well, it has to swing. Oh, and that's gonna get in there. That's what I'm talking about. I'll keep the 3/3 back. That is what's up. It's also so 2 damage between the first strike and double strike there on the first round. Could take out the 3/2, the 2/2, the 1/1, like a lot of combinations. Tireless Tracker could gain some steam though here. Looks like that's what they're trying to do. I'll still chop the 6/6 with the 3/3. What is that? Okay, hold on. Oh no. What just happened? Alright, whenever one or more non-token lands enter the battlefield, conjure a duplicate. Only triggers once a turn. Okay, cool. So it created 4 clues, which created 4 2/2s. Oh, that's awesome. What is this? Tristani. Other creatures get +1/+1. Create soldier's lifelink at the beginning of your end step. Player gains control of all creatures they own. Well, that's neat. Alright, definitely block this way. I think that's how I have to block. It's still not enough. So it's so tough. These curves. Oh. Just. Ooh. I only have two colors. And it's like, how about all of this land and nothing to use? Or the other way around. How about a mull again? I'm gonna have to pitch 2 now. Honestly, it's a easy pitch. I will pitch the 2 cards that I can't play for a while. But it's such a good... Ugh. Whenever deals damage to a player, Planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana. Yeah, I'm gonna keep 5. Let's get rid of this one, and then I guess hanger back. Even the hanger back's so good. Yeah, I don't have the double red. There's no guarantee. Watch, the first card I'm gonna draw is a mountain. Just because I said that. Just because I said that. Here's the mountain. What up, bro? Hanger back for 1. Just hanging back, baby. Well, it's got 5 cards in hand. Played the land, got 4. What is this? 2/2 for 2. Tap an on-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that could be produced. Cool for 7 pump. Look at the top 5 cards of the library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Ooh. And an Elish Norn. Let's do nothing. No attacks. End turn. Just taking our time here. I think going for the 2/1/1s would be ideal. Going with the Cornucopia, looking to gain life each turn. They play stuff and it's ramp. Okay. So I'm going with, yeah, oh. Playing where else? Classic card. See, now I could chop the 2. And that might be worth it. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, that doubles, they could play a serious card here. That might be their strategy. So I think I might get more value doing something like this. Declare blocks. Pumps. Now they trade and make 2/1/1s. There you go. Get it out of there, and I still have stuff to block with. I could swing. I'm already up 1, so no attacks. If I can keep them alive, Elish Norn will make really good work out of them. Elish Norn's just beast. Everyone went nuts for this card when this came out. Ooh. I get hit for 4. That's what that is. I don't even know how that happened. Was there a card that was exiled? How exactly did you hit me with that? Oh, okay. Target land becomes a 4/4 elemental. Alright, Loam Speaker. I gotta keep an eye out for that. How about this? Could make it a 4/3. That's not really what I need though. More creatures. More board state. More of them. Probably should start attacking. Yeah. Just to get some damage in there. I think they hit me for 4. Might have been 5. 4. Yeah, I think it was 4. Okay, so if I'm hitting for 4 turn, at least that's even. They're gonna put me down to 11. I'll be able to turn it around here. I I need a land in 2 turns. They play Luris and they bring back Kinnan. Alright, swings the 4/4. Could chop, but I'm gonna do no blocks. Okay. Didn't get a land, but I got a 1/1. I'm okay with that. They've got 4 creatures that I can swing over the top for 2. This has got vigilance. There we go. Little bit of life gain goes a really long way. I am saying. And double strike lifelink. Double strike anything. Lifelink anything. They're very good. You know they're up there when they fit with every other one. Oh no. What was it? Magnum Opus? Magma Opus? Down to 3. Oh, and I didn't get the land. Oh, that was so close. So close. If I'd gotten Elish Norn, then they could have only hit me for 2. It would have been a 2/2. And I could have easily blocked. 1 land away. That was so close. Okay. I guess deals 3 damage to target creature. Which one am I gonna get rid of? If they don't play anything, they could just tap, swing with the land. That's the same number of creatures. Alright, let's get rid of Luris.
These dragons are hungry. Let them. My flames are hungry.
Let's see. Because if I can stall for just 1 more turn, maybe I can do it. If it'll get rid of all of their creatures except the 4/4. Well, Lone Speaker could create a land creature, but it would be a 2/2. Oh no, they had a Troxa. Oh, are you kidding me? No! And they have Anguish Unmaking. They're about to clear this board. What else we got? Oh, that's brutal. Oh. This is where Chromatic Draft just really takes hard turns. Alright, let's see. You can get the land. That's unfortunate. That would have been really helpful. I'm conjuring a card. There we go.
Breath. Magnificent.
Could play this to chop the 7/7 as opposed to Winota. Honestly, it's a strategy. It's not a great one, but it's something. It's just another one to chop. They can hit me with the 1/1 and the 1/3, maybe the 2/2. What are they doing? ETB search library for a land. Put on the battlefield, tap, shuffle, got it. What with the Triumph. Now 3, exile it. Oh, and they lose 3. Okay, sweet. So still going. What's up? Swinging out for everything. You. Okay. Gotta chop there. Need to chop there. Take 2, go to 1. Can we get a land? Cannot. Come on. 3 turns in a row. I think I can play this and then play that. I think that's how that works. Yep. Three damage to something. How about you? And swing. I don't think I have any human. Oh, I do. Oh, touch it. Yeah, I do. Project's awesome. 1-1. Good game. 1-1 for, what is this, 4? Yeah. That one's a bit expensive. I think I've seen him as a 2-drop before, like when he first came out, Ravnica block. It's a fun one. Woo. What a rough one. That is a lot of damage. Let's keep and see what happens. Come on. Throw this Dualian tap real quick. Why did they pay a life for that? You have the red mana. Why did you pay a life? That's my. That was, you saw that, right? Young Pyromancer is a great card, actually. I used to play in person all the time, and that was one of the cards I played for a little bit. America Flash. Young Pyromancer did work. Okay, this is the one where you draw, right? Nope. You and target opponent each draw. Okay. Cool with that. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do draw that many cards, add that much mountain mana until your end of turn, and you don't lose this mana. Steps and phases end. That's interesting. I do say that is interesting. No attacks. I like the way that sounds. How much damage is this? 5? Ooh. We're getting there. Just need to keep drawing those lands. So I hate having to rely on a late game strategy because you get stuck. Like, you're like, great. The odds of having a great early game. It's not always guaranteed, right? So to work through that and mid game and be like, okay, still got the board state, a good strategy, all these variables, and then you miss a land drop or two, and then it's all like, oh. So I like the Boros strategy. It allows for enough creativity that it's not 100% predictable, but it can get a good board state built and finish the match quick. All right, let's see. They've got a 2-1 and a 1-1. The 5-4 is sure to swing just fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and use magmatic channeler and get rid of one of these mountains, I guess. I know that's 7, which is what I need for that, and that's one away, but more stuff to do for this turn. You know what I mean? Not really getting any value turn 5 here. Now that's the value I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Alright. I always do the artifact tokens. Let me make this bigger this turn. The life blink vigilance is very strong. Alright, discard any number of cards? Yeah, I'm sure, I guess. You know, let's get rid of 1, let's get rid of 2. Draw that many cards and add that much mountain. Oh, sweet. Oh, nice. And I don't lose that. Oh, hey, wait a minute. It said I don't lose that. Until, oh, you don't, until end of turn. You don't lose it as steps and phases end. Dang. You can't swing into that. What's up? Alright. Maybe Konjik gets in there. I don't know. 4/6 flying haste. I mean, that's basically it, right? They're not gonna fight that. Well, here we go. The Realm Scorcher Hell. And a swing. And I think that 6/5 gonna be just enough trample. Sure. So that's blocked. I would have blocked it with a 1/1, but okay. Alright, well they did that wrong. And this is dishing out 6 damage. They're dealing 5 exactly. Okay. Cool. Where's the yes button? I thought I clicked yes. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. This hand sucks. Definitely a mall. Are you kidding me? Alright, well that, I can play that. I can play this work towards later. And get rid of the sun here. You have to, you know? At least we got the double red, so that's kind of neat. I do need double white, triple white in that instance for a lot of them. So, this is not looking good, but we're gonna try. It was like, do you want to play this for 0? Are you sure you don't want to play this for 0? Swing in for 1. It said you may sacrifice it. It just outright sacked it. I don't think it asked me for that. Hits me for 2. Okay. I could hit for 1. That doesn't make much sense. Yep. Just gonna sit tight. Play some defense. The interesting one. What are you gonna do, bro? They got the 2-2. Now it's a 3-2. Rune carved obelisk. Seek a card with the highest mana value among cards in the library with mana value X or less. Okay. And this way. I am okay with blocking. Just to do this again. And there you go. That's such a good exchange. Now I have the board state and 2/1/1 flyers. Are you kidding me? Hanger back blocker is just an amazing card. And I was one creature away from swinging with that 5/5. Alright, so I've got 5, that's 6, so I will play Incinerator next turn. Exile top 2 cards, you can play them? Oh, I hate that. I hate when people play from my library. Alright, I need a friggin' planes. Let's go. What is this? Draw a card? Why do you have that? What? Oh, it's a 2. It's a ramp for 2, technically. Twice X damage. Dealing 6 damage. You. Swing for 4. Yep. Brutal. I don't know if I have. Actually, there you go. That'll do it. This is an O-ring of sorts. No flash, so I have to use it like that. Let's get that out of the way. Thank you. And to swing. I'll put 2. The next turn I'll swing for 7, assuming they don't play anything. If they play something, then I gotta work around it. And what is this? Cityscape Leveler. Oh, brutal. Did they hard cast it? They did. That sucks. Alright, so I can embalm it and get rid of Leveler. And that helps for like a little. I could play Chandra. Deal 5 damage to the 4/4 flyers, that's fine. Because whenever this attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. He's just gonna keep wrecking stuff, so I have to try to just mitigate here. It's a bad idea, but what else are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm on a crew. I'm on a crew. And here comes the 5/5. You're gonna take the 5. Providence. I just need 5 more, and then Chandra can finish him off. Come on. No! I was afraid of that. That should trigger Cityscape Leveler, shouldn't it? Whenever it attacks. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, gotcha. That's right. Whenever it attacks. No block. Sweet. Well, that worked out. What is this? You conjured a duplicate for how much? For 2? Brutal. Still didn't get a plants. That's wild. Okay, I don't think there's an instant or sorcery card that I have that would do something here. So I should do 5. Get rid of the 4/4 flyer, get rid of 5 off of them, hit them for 2. They gotta hit me for 10. Nope, they can just walk across. Yeah, it's difficult. Oh man. Because I know they're gonna play another
idea
one.
who you're messing with.
So let's do 5. Let's get rid of the flyer that's making treasure token nonsense.
Can't.
Hit them.
You're toast.
I can't swing, I have to chop. And I can assume they're gonna get rid of at least one of them. Oh well, never mind. I forgot. There's another 8 coming. That'll do it. Good game. Oh man, there's so many combos. And that is going to do it for the Chromatic Cube Draft. Only got 2 wins out of this one, but hey, it was still fun. Still got some coins, some cards. And let's see exactly what it's given us here. Alright, so first card. Son of Eric, 1 drop. Legendary artifact. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. 2 tap, sacrifice it, exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. We got a rare. Displacer Kitten. 4 drop, 2/2. Avoidance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. That's kind of interesting. And the Mythic. Forsaken Monument. 5 drop. Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2 whenever you tap a permanent 4. Colorless mana, add an additional colorless mana. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. Kind of interesting. Never did the whole Eldrazi thing. Wasn't my kind of playstyle. And that is going to do it. I do appreciate you as always. Watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.